Well, hi guys, it's Samantha from Lone Crow Adventures, the channel where we talk about all things camping, hiking, and backpacking. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a new method that I've developed for making coffee on trail. It's super lightweight and it's not complicated at all. Let's go. The most obvious, easiest, lightest weight way to make coffee on trail is to use instant coffee. Blech. I do not like instant coffee. I like a whole bean coffee, so that's what we're going to be working with today. I'm going to show you how you can make a nice, perfect cup of java using some whole bean coffee. Now, for those of you who aren't aware of what whole bean coffee is, this is whole bean coffee. It's literally entire coffee beans. And what we're going to be doing with this, we're going to be breaking it up, and that's going to cause a really rich, bold, full flavored cup of coffee. So the things that you're going to need to make coffee using this method is a small piece of cheesecloth, and this is cut in about 4 by 5 inches, and a piece of twine. This one's actually quite long. I cut them about 9 inches because they're easier to tie off that way. That way you can make like a little tea bag hanging outside of your cup. The only other thing that you're going to need is something to break up the coffee beans. So you can either use a camp hatchet if you have one. I personally don't like to carry one like that on backpacking trips because it's really heavy. So this is what I use, just a nice solid piece of hardwood, and that's going to get the job done. All right, so the first step to making the coffee, we're going to take the cheesecloth, put it in the palm of your hand, and then just drop about a handful of beans in there, about that much. About 20 beans will get the job done. And then we're going to wrap it up, twist it like this, and we're going to take our twine, fold it over, wrap it around, and then pass these little tails through so that it cinches it nice and tight. Cinches it just like this. Now that we've got it cinched off, we can go ahead, we can put this on a nice hard surface, and you can hold down here, and then just take a piece of hardwood, and you're just going to kind of hit the top of the beans a little bit, flip them around the other way. Now, you don't have to come down with a lot of force. You don't want to pierce your cheesecloth, just enough to kind of break them up a little bit. And that's going to break it up into a nice coarse grind for the coffee. Now, if you want to skip this step entirely, you can actually pre-make a couple of these guys at home. If you have a coffee grinder at home, run some of these coffee beans through the grinder and then just wrap them up in these little satchels like this and keep them in your pack. But I bring literally one cheesecloth and one string, because when you're done making your coffee, you just give this a rinse in some fresh water, let it dry out, and you're good to go. You can use this again and again. Now, the really nice thing about using the coffee satchel method is that you can use it with whatever your cook system is. You don't have to carry in any extra equipment that's specific to making coffee. And this little piece of cheesecloth and this little piece of twine comes in with a weight at less than 1/10 of an ounce. So you can throw this in your pack, reuse it, and you won't even know that it's there. Now today I'm going to be using a 750 milliliter Toaks titanium pot, and I have the MSR Pocket Rocket 2 as my stove. And this pot has handy little handles on the side, so that's also going to double down as a mug for me. Now, when you're using the satchel method, not only can you make an excellent cup of coffee, but you can also use it to make a variety of different teas. So if you're the type of person that likes to forage for fresh berries, or for goldenrod, or even dandelion, you can make some really interesting herbal teas using the exact same method from stuff that you find in the woods. So that's where we want it. Just come to a boil, and we take it off. And then we just drop our little coffee satchel in there, put the lid back on, and let it sit for about 5 minutes. Alright, so it's been about 5 minutes. We'll take the lid off. Woo-hoo! Look at that. Perfect, rich, bold, wonderful color. So let's give it the taste test. Oh, it's so good. Oh my goodness. That is just the perfect cup of coffee in the morning before you set out on the trail. I mean, check it out. Check out the color. Oh, the flavor is just phenomenal. This method makes an excellent cup of coffee. Now, I actually decided to do this trail coffee video because I was tagged a few weeks ago in a video by Henning Outdoors asking to see my trail coffee method. And I kind of had to dig deep into the repertoire of trail slash bushcrafty skills to come up with this idea because I've done so many different kinds of coffee videos. So I will tag those up on the end screen at the end of the video if you guys want to check out those videos as well. So I'm going to pass this forward. I've got two YouTubers that I would like to tag to see what their trail coffee methods are. The first is Adventure Girl. She has a great series called Whining by the Campfire where she discusses various different kinds of wines and gives reviews, and I really enjoy that series. The other YouTuber is Hippie Hiker. She's a local hiker from my hometown. I want to see how she does her trail coffee as well. But thanks guys for joining me. It's been great. I made some great coffee. I hope that I've inspired you to get out there and try it for yourself. And if you'd like some more ideas on how to make coffee, go ahead and click on over here. I've got some more videos about that. And if you haven't already done so, make sure you hit that subscribe button because there's some great stuff on this channel you don't want to miss. Until next time, folks, we'll see you on the trail.